God. The zombies are coming. I gotta get inside, and I really hope they don't know how to use doorknobs. What are you doing? Zombie!
Frank!
Oh, shit.
Lock the door, man!
Oh, shit. I thought you were...
I'm making breakfast, and I don't need zombies coming in here every time I make
I
breakfast.
thought you were zombified.
Jeez.
Cooking with the vegan zombie.
We're making loaded tofu scramble, but we're gonna take it one step further. We're gonna wrap that up in a burrito, and we're gonna make some breakfast burritos. So we're gonna need some heat, some hot heat right there. We're gonna turn that up to a medium high. Make sure you got some pans that aren't gonna, you know, kill a zombie with it or make some taters.
So cast irons are best for killing zombies because they're so heavy, right?
They're definitely really heavy. Your handle's not gonna fall off, and they can go right in the oven, so you can have a hot pan. Skillet.
This video is brought to you by the cast iron skillet industry.
Okay, so I probably need a wood first. So I got some just russet potato all chopped up in a pretty small dice right there. Some salt, pepper added on there. You don't have to use oil, but we're gonna use that for purposes of cooking this video.
Cooking this video up?
Cooking this video up, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna feed this all to your fam. So
yeah, we gotta hurry.
You can make a non-oil version by using like maybe some vinegar. Sometimes I use some vegetable broth too. You want that to get real hot. So this isn't really hot yet, but we're just gonna start that going. I'm also gonna put some other veggies in it. You can put whatever veggies you like in it. I have here a zucchini, so we're gonna wash this off because I picked it up at the market. There was a few zombies around, but I snagged it before they grabbed it. So
I hope the farmer made it out okay.
well, the farmer wasn't anywhere around, so
Oh.
that's a possibility that I don't know.
Something you don't want to think about.
I don't want to think about it. You got a sharp knife. I have a sharp knife.
Yeah, Chris has to bring his own knives. Mine aren't sharp enough.
Craig's are not sharp, so I've learned. I like to cut everything pretty small. You can do bigger dices, and I make like mine like about like that. You can do, you know, if you do twice of that, it's half. It's still good, whatever. The potatoes take the longest to cook, so they go in first, obviously.
Oh, got a little steam on there.
Okay, and then the little end, we're just gonna throw that over there. You don't have to take this whole exact recipe that I'm doing because I'm making a few batches here, but you can find the recipe somewhere.
Like one of your old videos.
Yeah. I like to season my stuff in layers. Just like when it's really cold out, I don't like a big coat, I like layers. So we're gonna season the potatoes, and then they're gonna go to the side, and then we're gonna season the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing. A little bit of oil in this pan right here. Just a little bit, not too much.
This is drizzle.
Just a little drizzleization. Okay, on this, I like to put a little bit of paprika, smoked paprika if you have it. I don't, so just using the pap. And I like some dried basil. Dried basil leaves go right on there, nice and good like that. And then I have some dried rosemary. That's always good on your taters. Not too much, just a little sprinkle like that.
Oh, that sound though.
Yeah. These are gonna be some pretty good hash browns. Well, fried taters. Over on the other skillet, I'm just gonna put the chopped zucchini, because that's the second longest to cook. And you want that to cook down pretty good. And then I have over here a nice red onion. Red onion, the more colorful, the more nutrients, keep away the zombies. And I'm going to use about half of it. So we're going to use half of this. And also a nice fine dice. There we go. Don't cut those fingers off. There we go. So we're gonna use about that much onion. But we don't want to put it in yet because it will cook a lot faster and brown and burn before the zucchini is done. So you want me to do this?
Oh, I do.
Tofu. They're two different ones. They are organic and they are extra firm. You're gonna want extra firm tofu, and you're not gonna want to get silken tofu. If you've never used tofu, do not get silken tofu. It's not the same, and you don't want to cook with it.
Show people what silken tofu is.
Yeah.
No, I think Kara used all that silken tofu.
Kara!
What the heck, Kara?
Okay, so I just put my tofu down like this. I don't press it. I don't worry about getting all that excess out of there. Some people like to press their tofu. Sometimes you can freeze it and it has a different texture. I like to just take it right out of the package and just kind of like get the superficial water off of there, you know? But I don't. Okay, so there's that. There is that.
That is there.
Get a big bowl. And we're just gonna kind of crumble it apart. Not too little, nice big chunks like that, because it's still gonna break apart a little when it goes in. Just like that. And we're making a couple batches, so I got a couple things of tofu. See how it is? Still a little bit.
Al dente.
No. Al dente potato. I just like to put the seasonings in there. I've got some sea salt in there. I'm gonna put some paprika in there, a good amount, about like that. I like to put some dried basil in there. Also, some chili powder. Liquid smoke, optional.
Ooh.
Boop. Just a little bit. Definitely some cumin. About as much as you put in of the paprika. I have some dried oregano. Put that in there. Just put the spices you like in, but turmeric is one of the most important because it's going to give it that nice color. It's also really good for you. Put about as much as you put in of the paprika, and also some nutritional yeast, but I like to put the nutritional yeast in near the end. And I also give it a nice little squirt. You can use soy sauce. I use liquid Bragg's, a little bit of that. And also, I'm gonna wait till a little bit later, but this is also optional. You don't have to use this, but it's really good. It's vegan Worcestershire sauce, and it's by Wizards, Edward & Son. It's really, really good. I recommend putting this in your tofu scramble. I'm also gonna put some over here in the taters and mix it up a little bit. I like to do that. And also in this stuff. A little bit of Worcestershire sauce makes everything taste better. And we wanna just 5-second rule. This is all gonna come together like magic. So you're probably wondering, like, what are you doing? Why are there so many ingredients? There's really not that many ingredients. I mean, they're really simple ingredients, just simple spices, and you can find out whatever spices you like the best and put it in there. I'm also gonna put some black pepper in the tofu scramble, the actual tofu scramble. It looks like just a big mess. You're like, Chris, what are you doing? You know, what is this? But this is gonna look real nice. It's gonna come together. It's gonna have a light, nice yellow color, and then we're gonna further work on it when it's cooking. These taters are looking nice, mighty nice. Now it's time for the onion to go in here. Like that. You might need a little, I'm not gonna put any more oil in. I'm gonna put a little bit of this vegetable broth so it doesn't stick to the bottom. Not too much, you don't want to water it. It'll cook out. And we just want those to cook down really nice. Oil will work too if you're not really concerned too much about oil. Some people don't want oil. I don't like to use oil, but for purposes of this video, we're using oil. We're feeding a lot of people today. A lot of people that have not turned into zombies.
Yeah.
I just like doing this. I keep dropping them.
I know.
I'll get them, don't worry.
It's just fun.
Practice makes perfect, and I've been practicing for like 20 years, so I'm still not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Salvador Dali once said, Have no fear of perfection. You'll never reach it. I like to stir this a little bit, stir all that together. You want to try one of these and make sure they're done in the middle. These are nice and done. Maybe 15 minutes if you cut them as small as I did. You don't want to burn them, but you want them nice and crispy. Now you can do one of two things. You can just take these over and put them in another pan and have these on the side, or you can put them all together in your breakfast burrito like I'm gonna do. And if you don't want all this other stuff in your burrito or your tofu scramble, you can just do this step right here and make the tofu scramble. So basically I'm just gonna put this in here like that, and this is gonna heat up. Now this is tofu, so you don't need to cook anything out of it. You could eat it just like that, but it tastes a lot better when you cook it.
Yeah.
Believe me. And then you're slowly gonna incorporate all that together. And as you stir it, you're gonna see the turmeric is gonna make it nice and yellow, like that. Give it a couple more minutes here. Now, as this is going, don't burn your hand off, but take the other stuff that you cooked, which is nice and brown. Just put that together in there.
Oh, it sounds good.
Yeah. Do you have smell-o-vision on that?
Still working on it.
Okay. Maybe we can get out scratch and sniff stickers. Hey, join my Patreon. We'll send you a scratch and sniff of my tofu scramble. You know how I do that? I just extract the juices and put it on a sticker.
Yeah.
My name is. Look at that. So far that's looking pretty good. A little bit of spicy brown mustard. It's not really spicy. Just a little bit, maybe a tablespoon or half a tablespoon. And that's gonna mix into there as well. Oops, I'm making a mess. Sorry. Try not to make a mess. And have a big enough pan. Remember, this is a couple batches.
Yeah, I'm sure a bigger pan would probably be easier.
Yeah, this isn't your normal one batch. We're doing a couple batches here.
That'd be 5 people? Yeah, 5 people.
We're gonna take the insides right out. Bam. Just like that. Don't cut your finger off. You're gonna need your fingers for the next step. And I'm just gonna dice these into a nice small dice. And put those right in. They'll cook right in there. Now we're starting to get some mixed colors. It's looking really nice. We're not done. We're not done.
Okay. Yeah, nice.
I like to use a lemon. You don't want the seeds in there because you will grow a lemon tree and you don't want to do that. This is a really big lemon, so I would use half a lemon if it's like a smaller lemon, but this I'd use maybe a quarter of it and put a little bit of that lemon juice in there. Zombies!
I mean, I'm just reheating these because we made these yesterday. That should be done in a minute.
Look at all this coming together. It's looking good. Okay, now we're gonna put, remember that nutritional yeast? Nutritional yeast, don't get it confused with regular yeast because it's not. Nutritional yeast is a nice, like, it gives it like a nice cheesy flavor, and it's got your B vitamins, it's got B12 in it, but you don't want to cook it in from the beginning because you can cook all that out of there. So near the end, you want to put, well, in something like this, I'll probably put a quarter of a cup in, but you're going to want to put maybe 2 tablespoons in if you do like a regular batch, and then stir that all together. And that's going to give it a nice, the signature tofu scramble taste, if you will. So it's looking pretty good. We only need one more thing, right? We need some greens. Where are our greens? We have some organic baby spinach. Now, this is where you can take a whole bunch of that and it's just gonna turn into like nothing. So that's gonna turn into nothing. That's about half of that. You could go one step further and add some vegan cheese. I have some vegan mozzarella by Good Planet. And why don't we just sprinkle some of that on there? Let it melt in there. And then we're gonna wrap it up in some burritos.
Is that a new company?
Yeah, it's a pretty new company. Good Planet has some of the best cheese out there.
Really?
Yeah, let's see. Super good.
Okay.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good. Okay, so, and then, you know, you can put more or less on there when you're making your burrito. Have that melt in there a little bit for that nice cheesy flavor. Remember, this is a loaded tofu scramble. You could have stopped at step 1.
Just
And I think I got everything. Now we have burrito shells. So Wegmans, I'm fortunate enough to shop at Wegmans where everything says V if it's vegan, so this is vegan. And these are just regular tortillas. So what I like to do is just take this and put it right there, and that's gonna...
There you go. It's already made.
It's already made. There it is. There's your... And here we go.
Telling us that it's done.
I like... Drop it all everywhere. We're gonna take a spoon and we're gonna assemble that burrito. Obviously optional, but since this is loaded, I'm going above and beyond. I have that vegan Parmesan that I made. I have different spices in here, and it's basically nutritional yeast, walnuts, and some paprika, salt, pepper, and maybe a couple other things all blended together. It's really, really good. And I'm just gonna put a tiny bit on. And at this point, if you really want, you could go like this and put a little bit more of this cheese on. And then we need to assemble the burrito. Okay, we need to close that up nice. Oh, it ripped a little bit. But there we go, there's one burrito. And at this point, if you had it, I have a recipe for vegan sour cream. You can put that on there. And I also have some avocados.
Slippery.
So you could cut these up and put them on the side all nice, or you can make some guac and put right on the top, whatever. Craig's dad doesn't like these, so we're gonna wait. There you have it, loaded tofu scramble. Fun, delicious. Make this for your friends and family and they will love you. They will come back and go a step further and turn it into a breakfast burrito. You can watch us eat this on my channel, link below, sometime in the future. As always, subscribe, survive to Craig's channel, and he'll see you in another video. Is that good?
It was horrible.
Okay.
You have to start from scratch again.
Man! All right, tofu.